Welcome back to another episode of Let's Rant, the show where we take everyday fitness topics and we talk about and discuss it. This week we're talking about Ricky Garard. Is it fair for him to return to CrossFit, competing in competitive and professional sports after getting caught using PEDs or not? Now, I want to make this clear from the start that the things that I'm going to talk about here is my personal opinion, and this is what I think. So you might differ to it, and that's great. And I'd love for us to have a discussion, maybe in the comment section about it. So make sure you subscribe and comment down below, and then we'll talk about it, and we'll see if we can come to some sort of middle ground. Now, here's the thing. First question is it fair for him to return to CrossFit and competitive sport? I think that one question is a little bit broader, and I think we first have to look at what happens when you use PEDs, or in his case he said it wasn't steroids, but let's talk about PEDs as an example here and as the broader topic. So when you use PEDs, your recovery is so much better. Now, I'm not taking away from the fact that you need to work really, really hard. Not taking away the fact of that at all. But when you use PEDs, you're able to train longer, you're able to train harder, your intensity is harder, your frequency might be more, your total volume might be more. And you and I know that when the volume is more and you're able to recover from the volume and you can put in intensity, you're able to make massive progress. You're able to get stronger, you're able to get faster, you're able to train more skill-based stuff. Your cardiovascular system adapts super fast. And then it takes you half the time to recover, where somebody else needs to maybe schedule or be much smarter about that recovery. You still have to put in a massive amount of work when you use PEDs, that's for sure. But due to that recovery factor, you're able to keep that consistency going for long periods of time. Now, if you're not familiar with Ricky Garard, he's a CrossFit athlete that was tested positive in 2017 and he got banned for 4 years. Now, he had a recent, not podcast, but he was in a recent interview where he admitted that he used, and he admitted that he was aware that the supplements that he was using could contain something that tests positive on a PED test. And he obviously did regionals and he was aware and using the supplement while he was doing regionals. And then he went into the games and he tested positive at the games, where he ranked third, and his medal was obviously provoked. Now, there was a great post on What Science, and they illustrated how, long-term use of PEDs could have a positive effect on the nuclei of the cell, which changes gene expression. So basically, what the post said, that if you do a very long period of steroids and you train and then you become detrained, it's much easier for you to get back to where you were due to this muscle memory effect. And because of this gene expression and the increased amount of nuclei on the cell, and you're able to get there much faster. Now, they did do the studies on mice and humans, so we definitely need more research into this field to give us a little bit more clarity and a little bit more answers. But in my personal opinion, think about it this, let's break it down, make it really simplified. If you've ever worked up and tried to squat 100 kilograms, and it took you a very long time to get there and train, and then finally you reach it, and then you become detrained, you go away. It's going to be much easier for you to get back to that 100 for the second time around than it was when you tried to do it for the first time. And I think this is what the post tried to kind of get out there, that, you've been there already and it's easier for you to get there again. It might be physiologically, psychologically, it might be that belief in you. But I mean, it's all contributing factors what this situation and the environment gave to you. Now, personally, do I think it's fair for Ricky to come back to the CrossFit scene and compete in competitive sport and professional sport? I think it's fair. I think 4 years is a long enough time to pay your dues. He got caught, he made a mistake, he did his 4 years, and he trained hard and he's making his comeback. What I will say is that the monitoring of these athletes, in my personal opinion, needs to be much better. He got caught, he served his 4 years. Now, what makes us believe that he didn't in the 4 years use anything else to give him that extra edge? The world was in lockdown, nobody was traveling, everybody was in quarantine. In my kind of thought process, this is the perfect time to go on PEDs. Nobody's going to come test you. You're going to have a massive off season. The world was kind of in lockdown for 18 months. And now is the time to really grow and get that edge if you want to go on PEDs. It's very like questioning that why are there so many world records being broken now in weightlifting? Sure, there's a new weightlifting category, but they're lifting heavier than ever almost. And this makes you think that how the monitoring of the doping agencies are. So in my personal opinion, is it fair he's coming back? I think it's fair. Everybody needs a second chance. He got caught. He admitted, well, later he admitted that he was using, and he served his 4 years and he's coming back. Secondly, should these athletes be monitored way better and more strict? Definitely, definitely. I think the doping system is so laxed. He was saying that when he was tested at the games, the person didn't even look where the urine was coming from. And this is for me just a basic principle of to see if nobody's cheating. You could have anything in his hand, you know, filling a fake sample and providing them with a fake sample. There's so many tricks that these athletes, I'm not saying him specifically, but these athletes that get caught have. We all know what happened in the Sochi Olympics. I mean, they went to extreme measures. And then number 3 is, do I think he will have a advantage over the rest of the field because he used back then? I do think there might be a slight advantage, meaning I do think that there might be a muscular strength advantage or there must be a muscular endurance advantage. But I'm not taking away the fact that he still needs to put in a tremendous, tremendous amount of work. So, hey, this is my personal opinion. I'd love to know what you think. Comment down below for me if you think it's fair or it's unfair. Let's open up a discussion and we talk about it. We talk about it like civil human beings. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, please. I'd love to know it. You agree with me, you disagree with me. Let's talk about it.